Hi, everyone. We'll get started in like 2 or 3 minutes. Let everyone have a chance to join. Anastasia Gilmore, hello, hello. Great to see you. Lizzie, hello. Hello and welcome. Melissa Marie, hello. Leslie, hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. We'll get started in just a few moments. Let everyone get connected. Today's a cold day here, if you could believe it. It is 71 degrees, and I have a long sleeve sweater shirt on. Probably the coldest day we've had this year. Well, 10 days, right? But this winter, I'll say. Marcy, hello. Sue Marie, hello. Doing well, Leslie. Great to see you. Yeah, I'm starting the event a little bit earlier today because I have plans to make dinner afterwards. And the later event, I'm usually done around 8 my time and not much time left for dinner. So I thought I'd give it a shot this evening to go live just a little bit earlier. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Christina, great to see you. Florence, hello, hello. All right, so what we're going to be doing this evening is I'm going to read a little poem, and then we'll go into a little bit of a mediumship event, okay? And I'll give those instructions right after I do the reading. And then once we do a few contacts, I'll do a card reading, okay? So should be a nice, fun little event for us. I hope everyone enjoys. I hope everyone gets a little something out of it, some inspiration. Patty Moore, great to see you. She had a private reading the other day. Daniela, great to see you and Happy New Year. You know, Christina, I still don't know. I think sometimes Facebook notifies people, sometimes it doesn't. It's confusing to me. I've just clicked the button to go live and hope it does its thing at this point. Christy, hello. A few more shout outs and I'll do the reading. Mary, hello and welcome. Good to see you. Okay, so I'm going to do a little reading. This is from The Edge of Wilderness by Joe Shield. The poem is titled, One with Them. We must rise above the waves of hate, prejudice, violence, and fear. We must ride out the wakes of crime, hunger and homelessness. We must break the swells of neglect, abuse, and addiction. We must sail bow first into a raging gale of pain and darkness. We must tack into the wind of poverty and hurl our nets against the storm. For we are fishers of men and women, and one with them, the broken, the lost, the unborn. We must harvest our souls, theirs and our own. We must all climb aboard if we are to sail home. And if our catch is to be plenty, we can all rejoice. But if it be few, let it not be by choice. For the sea will calm at the end of our day. If we try to fish again and again, the wind will call us to hear the depth of their wail, and the spray will drench us with tears of frail. Our ripple of hope will bring God's Spirit across the faces of the vast ocean lost. And in the quiet of God's breeze, with our spinmaker wind high, God will bait our nets with abundant love so children won't have to die. So, little poem by Joseph Shield that caught my attention today. So, I'm sure that has a different meaning for everyone. So, at this point, we're going to go into a few contacts. And the way it'll work is I'm going to blend with spirit. I'm going to do my best to describe what they're showing me, what they're, making me feel. I may smell certain things, and I'll do my best to describe it. So if the information sounds like somebody indicate in the chat. Okay, it should be 80 to 90%. See, the only thing is, spirit's going to show me absolutely what spirit wants, and it's up to my monkey brain to interpret it sometimes, right? So it's that interpretation that can get a little fuzzy, but I'm doing my best at it. So don't make the information fit. If you have to make it fit, it's probably not for you. So just get my attention in a chat. Let me know if it sounds like somebody So I'm going to first describe what I'm seeing. I'm going to get 4, 5, 6 pieces of information and probably a description. Then I'll see if anyone can take it, okay? And then we'll go further with it and narrow it down to who the spirits come for, okay? So a few times when I do this event, some people text me when I'm done and they'll say like, "Oh, you brought through my son or my grandmother," but they didn't want to chat like in the live session. And I understand that sometimes it can be quite a sensitive thing, especially if we're doing it publicly, which we are. So if the context for you, I would like to know in the chat so that we can continue with it. But if it's sensitive, I do understand, and I'd appreciate you sending me that text message later. Then. So it's no big deal. I don't want anyone to feel pressured. Okay, it's nice if you can come forward, but it's not obligated. Okay. All right. Few more shout outs. Blair, Janine, Holly, great to see you. All right. Okay, so I'm starting to blend with the spirit world now, and let me see who steps forward into my energy. And remember, this is also about what spirit can match their energy to my energetic state at this point too. It's like fitting Legos together. Okay, so sometimes they fit, sometimes they don't. Sometimes different spirits come in that fit. So, all right. Okay, so I'm seeing before me. She's a shorter, elderly woman. She's presenting to me to be. I'm seeing like 70s. Like for some reason, 72. The number 72 comes out to me. Okay. Um, she's a bundle of energy. Okay, she might be short, but she's really energetic. Like I really like see her kind of like bouncing around. So you would have specific memories of her just being like all over the place. Just you like didn't know where this energy came from, right? Um, she also has curls in her hair. So this woman, you would have remembered instances where she would be curling her hair. Okay, and there would be points where it actually would fall down, right? And there's a specific memory you have of actually picking up one of the curls and giving it to her. Um, for what it's worth, the color appears to be pink to me. Okay. Um, and I think what's particularly really funny or interesting about the image that she's showing me herself like, you know, bouncing around like it's like she's cleaning. She got these curls in, but she's also like smoking too. She gives me this look like 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 kind of like how dare you, like you better not be talking bad about me kind of vibe, right? Okay. um so as I'm following or trying to follow her, apparently she you would remember just like her doing everything at once, right? Like she would have like a roast going or something in the oven, should be around and cleaning and dusting and curling and smoking. Like everything would be going on in this woman's house. Like it was just, let's say like it was like a state of beautiful chaos. Okay. Um, like harmony and disharmony at the same time. And when I'm asking, when I'm asking her like what relation she is to you, um, I'm very much getting what I hear grandmother, right? So we're looking at a grandmotherly type energy here. Um, let me know in the chat if anyone can take this beautiful feisty woman. And as I'm waiting for the chats to come in, I'll continue just a little bit with her. But I want to make sure that we have who she's coming for. Okay. And okay, so let me observe her again. Okay. Amy, do you take the information as presented, or you're talking differently about? Okay, Veronica, you can take it. All right. It looks like Veronica and Carl. Let me know if you could take about 80% of the information given. Um, yes, you can. Okay. And you recognize this woman to be your grandmother? Okay. So I'll go a little bit further with her as well. So we have, it looks like she's come for Veronica. Um, okay. And looks like we possibly have Amy too. So we'll see if we can narrow it down a little bit. Uh, Okay, let me blend with her again and get some more information. Okay, she'll give me some information that will let me know who she's with. Okay, okay. Um, so as I'm asking her this information, um, she's showing me what appears to be a rosary. Okay, um, and the color to me is it's a metallic. Um, it's a bit, to me, what it looks like, it has like a few different colors. It looks like a tarnished silver, and there's some type of possible either gold or some type of yellow overlay. Um, so she showed me this artifact. Um, if either of you have this, let me know. Do either of you have the rosary or the crucifix, or do you know of this object? So this is this is a sign to kind of let me show you which one. So Amy's a no. Okay, Veronica, was it? Do you remember her wearing either a necklace with a cross then? Because what I'm being shown was it appeared to me to be, it looked like a rosary to me. It'd be a necklace with a cross. No, okay, no problem at all. We go a little bit further with her. We'll try to get a little more information out of it. Possibly, I'm not interpreting what she's showing me correctly. Okay. All right. So let me go a little bit with her. I'm trying to follow her around. She's really difficult to follow. I'm going to tell you that much. Um, I'm still seeing a necklace of some type. Okay. So it was not a cross, Veronica, but do you recognize kind of like a silver or a silver tarnished necklace? She keeps coming back to that. Like when I keep asking her for more information, um, she's just like showing me like this object around her, like this necklace. Um, it almost looks like it has I don't know how you would call it, like silver beads or something like this. Um, anyway, let me know in the chat if you're aware of this. If not, no worries at all. Okay. So I'm going to go a little bit further with her and see if there's either any more information for you, Veronica, or if she has any messages currently for you. Okay. So when I do that, I kind of get an apology, but almost like a grudgingly like apology. Like she was apologizing, but like the way that she's presenting to me is like, oh, I was kind of right, but um, she's like she's apologizing for kind of like smacking you, or was it perhaps like smacking you too hard. Um, this kind of the image that she shows me reminds me of when my grandmother would chase me around the house with a wooden spoon. Okay. So the image that she just showed me, Veronica, was basically that. And and yes, everyone, she absolutely did that. And I know she's listening, so I send her my love too. Um, so as as I'm going a little further with her, um, I'm getting these very, very protective vibes over you, Veronica, from her. Okay, like she would absolutely have no problem smacking anyone out of the way that didn't belong around you, kind of thing. Like she really, really does have this protective, aggressive quality. Okay, um, even though having that loving grandmother self as well, this it's just like she character. Okay. All right, so we have other people that also take her. Carolyn, Mimi, if you've been here since the beginning, right? Can you take all that information as well? Because it sounds like Veronica could take like the silver tarnished jewelry. Mimi, the only memory you have is her smacking you. Well, I can relate. I can relate. So, hey, Wendy, Happy New Year. Yes, you can, Carl. Okay, all right. So, let me see. So, let me ask you. Let me ask you, Carol. Do you also take the do you take the necklace? Do you take it as a crucifix? Was there a religious symbol that she used to wear? Because the first image that I saw, if you go back and watch this, is that she was showing me what looked like a silver tarnished type of um, either necklace or rosary is what it looked like to me. Okay. That's often true. So sometimes when you know there's actually so I'll address that in the chat now as well. So um, we call it a soul gathering. Okay. Um, for example, right before my father passed, um, throughout our practice circles, I we kept bringing in the whole family, like his uncle, his mother, his dad, like they would all start coming in. Um, and my mentor, Kennedy, um, said this is called a soul gathering. Okay. This is where, like they're starting to gather around to, be supportive and be welcoming. Okay. So, so this, I can highlight this. So this does happen. So, um, and I think that's a very loving thing. So, what it's a beautiful thing to be welcomed to the next world by people and love. So it's really a beautiful thing that she's coming forward with that. Then, um, so if you can take all the information, Carol, I believe then this is for you. Um, very close on Veronica though, but I think if you hit all the information, Carol, this is definitely her coming here, her making her presence known, and giving love and support during these more difficult times. Okay. um, so I'm going to thank her and send her on her way because the connection now is broken. I can't get any more information at this point. um, so I'm going to send her my love, and I thank you for sharing her with us. She's quite a feisty character. All right. And I know she's keeping everyone busy in the spirit world. I can see that much. All right. Much love. All right. So we'll move on to the next contact. All right. So I'm going to clear my energy for a second and we'll see who is able to match their energy with me, who we are able to blend with. And as Joe says, paint them to life. And if you see me close my eyes, it's because I'm refocusing my power. It's called either sitting in the power. But also, what I'm doing is I'm surrendering to spirit. So I'm letting go of my own soul to allow them to impress upon me. Okay. So as I'm blending with spirit, I'm with a child at this point. Okay, and he is a bundle of energy. I see him with dusty blonde hair. Um, I see him with glasses. Uh, he gives me the impression because the first thing that he came in is I saw this boy running around um, with these glasses on, and there seems to be also something like I'm seeing something blue around the glasses. So take that into your mind when you're listening. Um, I see 12. Okay. So we're looking at a child, dusty blonde hair, um, running around, glasses. Appears to be energetic to me, and at least the way that he's describing himself. And now he's showing me his toys, right? So let's say like he had a collection of like toy trucks. The first time I'm bringing forward a child that's playing with toys on the ground. So, as I'm observing him and as I'm asking him to show me, I see him on the ground. I see him playing with these toy trucks, these toy cars, and they appear to be everywhere. Okay, there seem to be a lot of toys scattered around. Um, so that he used to get so into playing that he would just keep like digging around and scattering them around. And he's sorry that you stepped on some of the sharp pieces. He didn't mean that to happen, right? And there was a scolding moment there, um, but he was just being a kid, right? Um, so he's showing me that hmm, that he passed from illness. Okay. Um, and as I'm asking him what sort of illness this was, it's just keeps pointing to his chest, and which brings my focus to the heart. Okay, as if there was an issue there. Okay. Also seems to be I'll describe what he's showing me in the family. Okay. He's showing me that there was a divorce at some point as well. Okay. um, where the father moved out. Okay. um, so you would know that let's see. Okay, so I'm getting the impression of 10 now. So But 2 years before his passing, you can say the father moved out. Okay, is what he's showing me. And he cried and he cried and he cried. You kept trying to console him that it was okay. All right. I know. Mm. And as I'm describing those words to everyone and describing what I'm seeing, I just see him like just like hugging me and like tearing up. So this would be a memory you would have. Okay, you'd remember, him was just like kind of being mad at his father, running to you, tearing up. It's like crying, just into you, right? Um, yeah. So let me know in the chat if anyone recognizes this beautiful boy. Since it's a very sensitive one, I do understand if you don't want to be public about it. But if you do recognize him at all, please do send me a message because I'd very much like um, to send you more. So I'll describe a little bit more about him. Okay. So as I'm asking him, why he's here, he says, "Mama, don't cry. Mama, don't cry," are the words that I'm hearing. Okay. Please don't cry. Please don't cry anymore. I'm here because you're sad. I'm here because you feel alone. I want you to know you're not alone. Okay, so there's a toy in the house. There's still a toy that you have, right? He wants you to know that he actually pushes it. Okay. So occasionally you see it like moved or pushed and you brush it off as wind, but there are a few moments where you can actually feel him, where you actually, ask like into the wind, like, is that you? And I'm hearing like a G sound, like Gavin. Okay. So that is him letting you know that, you're not alone, that he's there, that he is okay, that he is well. He says, "Mama, I'm so happy." Okay, "Mama, I'm so happy," is the words I hear. Please don't be upset anymore. It's okay. I'm okay. Ultimately, he's here for you. Okay, he's here for you. He's here to give you support. He wants you to know that he's with you and he's concerned about you. Okay, please, 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 mom in the audience, I know you're there because he wouldn't come through for nobody. Okay, he's here specifically for someone here. So do not feel bad. Do not push yourself down. Do not. Okay, because this own sadness on yourself, it's very upsetting to him. Okay, and he wants you to take care of yourself. He's very concerned about that. All right. All right. So if anyone, I'll check my private messages afterwards. If you recognize this boy, please let me know. But know that I know that you are here. I know that you are watching because I can feel the connection. So just remember that he is all right. He is well. Okay, and he is at peace. All right. So I'm going to send much love to Gavin and much love to you, mom, in the audience. Okay. Much love. Thank you so much. Oh, that was a little bit of a heavy one. It was different. It's tough when children come through, I think. But, they do so to also remind us that, they're okay, that, you know, to give you that extra push, to like be like, yes, no, give up, you should, ultimately they want you to be happy is what it comes down to, okay? Because they ultimately spirit is more concerned about us, okay? We always say like, oh, I hope they're okay up there. They're absolutely okay. They're absolutely fine and at peace. Um, they're the ones concerned about us because we get into depression, sadness, and things like that. So mom out there, do whatever you can to lift up your energy. Okay. It is your son's wishes that you be happy. Okay, dear. Mm. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Olga. Yes, I know. I know you could relate to that. Olga, I do remember that. Did I read for you maybe like a year ago? Did they come up about a year ago? I kind of have the feeling that the connection feels familiar to me. All right, so no, interesting, because Olga, I do feel a familiarity with the connection to you, possibly because the energy is similar to your, spirits, that your children that you're talking about. Okay, so clear my energy, and we will go for one more. Okay, so as I'm blending with spirit, um, the first images I see are, of a man, like very rugged type, dirty hands, like he's got like this big wrench. I see him like just dirty, greasy, like, and I'm hearing words mechanic. Okay, 1 second, everyone. Let me try to get my energy straight here. Okay, so the gentleman that I'm with at this point, um, I'm feeling like he was certainly a mechanic type, right? I'm seeing him working on cars. Um, also seeing a yellow car as well. I'm not sure exactly what the significance of the yellow car is, but I'm seeing a yellow type car. Uh, I'm seeing that he was very good with his hands, very down to earth type character. Okay, um, really grounded individual. Okay, really focused and dedicated on his work too. Uh, So, even though he may have seemed on the outside kind of like rugged and dirty and dusted, whatnot, but his work was like on point. It was flawless, for the lack of a better word. Okay, so like whatever he was fixing, whatever he was doing, his hands, like he knew how to do this. He knew how to do this, to fix things, to almost make them better. I would say like there almost seems to be like an improvement quality as well. Uh, and as I'm looking at him to describe him to you, Um, Not only does the kind of like the oily hands and arms kind of stand out to me, um, but I'm also seeing like kind of like a scruffy type face, right? Like he didn't always shave, and he didn't necessarily always take the best care of either his hair or his appearance, right? Because to him these things were not that important. He was more of a character from the heart, right? So while I do see him as like very very loving, very very dedicated, also very very like uh, just clothes, just hair, whatever kind of like attitude. Okay. um, he presents to me. Okay. um, so as I'm talking to him, I asking him like what happened, and he said, say it was an accident. He actually said that. He didn't tell me what happened. He said, say it was an accident, is what I heard. Does anyone recognize this beautiful, strong-willed person? Um, I so what my mentors would always say, pay attention when you're giving a reading to what happens around you, right? And I do have my cards in my hand because after this I was going to give a reading, right? So a card jumped out at me, um, and it was the choices card, right? Okay, so he's giving me this card. He's giving me this impression, like I wasn't even intending on pulling a card during this reading, right? Uh, so the choices that he made ultimately led to what happened, is what he's saying. Okay. Um, so Olga, you can take this. Do you understand why he would say this is an accident, or say it was an accident? Hi, Mimi. Um, you do understand. Okay. So Lizzie and others, I do feel that I'm with Olga. Okay, I do feel that. And I think what's interesting about this is this connection. Like I said your name before we did this reading, so there was something pulling us together right before this. So okay, so you can understand why he would say this was an accident. Okay, and you understand that he would give me the choices card. Okay. um, okay. So as we've solidified this connection, I just see him busting out in tears. Okay. Mom, I'm sorry I left so soon. Okay. um, he also, like, some of the imaging is that he's showing me now is that now that he's looking back at everything, that he wishes he could have done more or been better. So he recognizes the error of the ways that he had. um, but like the words that I'm hearing is, mom, I love you so much, right? And and this almost seems unusual coming from him, because he always had such a tough guy kind of facade, right? But at this moment in time, he's kind of breaking down because the connection's made. And okay, as I'm asking him, and what happened is between the both of you. But as I'm asking, what the message is for you, and he's like, to be strong. You must be strong, is what I'm hearing. Okay. And also something about not neglecting something. Okay. And because I'm hearing don't neglect. All right. So you would understand that, or that would come to you. Okay. But he's saying that to me right now. Okay. Don't neglect. Um, and he makes his presence known. He's letting me. That you do feel him. He says that you smell him. Okay. and this makes him laugh. Okay. Um, yes, Olga. That's exactly it. He did know better, and this is ultimately why he gave me the choices card. I was just holding him in my hands because that was what I was going to do next, right after this reading, was just give everyone a reading. But card flew out of the deck. Choices. He did not shower much. Yeah. So, Olga, I'm going to leave him here with you. And I want you to know that he's very much protective of you, and he really wants the best for you. Okay. And he really wants you to kind of get out of your funk. And it is very much like an upliftment. Okay. He really wants to kind of like uplift you. So you know take knowledge and take heart that he's well, he's fine. Now he's looking after you. Okay. He's looking after you, and he really wants the best for you. Okay, dear. He knows. And as I'm reading your message, he says, Mom, I love you. It's what I'm hearing. And I'm seeing like a tear come down his sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna send that to you, Olga, with love. I'm going to send my love and appreciation to your son. He knows the error of his ways, and he apologizes. And he's always with you. He really wants the best for you now, okay? He really just wants the best for you. And he loves you with all of his heart. So much love to you. Much love to your son. We have some heavy connections this evening, don't we? So much love, Olga. I hope that brings you some peace. Nana, hello. Great to see you, Nana. It's been a while. My pleasure, Olga. Much love to you. It's I don't think I've ever had two sons come in a row before. It's always time for something new. All right, so this is my countdown to when I lose my voice. So when the water's gone, I can't do it. So what we're going to do now is, since we have 10 minutes left anyway, I'm going to do the collective card reading, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to pick in your mind what number you're drawn to. Are you drawn to 1, 2, 3, or 4? Okay. So let me know in the chat what number you feel compelled to. 1, 2, 3, or 4. What do you feel like today? You're 1, 2, 3, or 4. My number ones have embraced the moment, this very moment. Okay. So this is a card to think positively. Okay. So if I'm pulling this card for you, my number ones, I want you to appreciate every single moment. I want you to make sure that you push out any negativity from your aura. Okay. The card makes a note not to judge yourself. Okay. So do not judge yourself. Be kind to yourself. Appreciate every moment. Move forward with this positive energy. Okay. And the card is letting me know is that what is going forward, what is coming to pass right now is that you're changing your energy. Things are changing for the positive. Okay. So you need to welcome that change into you by first sending out any negativity and not being too hard on yourself. Okay. So be a little easier on yourself, my number ones. My number twos have the cleanse card. Okay. Important reminder for my number twos to work on that mind, body, soul connection. Okay. So this is a time for you to kind of cleanse your aura, to focus on removing those energies, right? Oftentimes, I'll pick this card for very empathic people. Okay. So if I'm picking this for my number twos, it's because you're kind of absorbing a lot of outside energy, okay, and you're kind of carrying it with you. So this is a card to remind yourself, my number twos, to cleanse, to ground, to cut those cords, okay, because that energy can make you feel anxious and it can make you feel like kind of pent up, okay, my number twos. So if you're feeling that way, make sure you do some grounding and some cord cutting, okay. My number threes, and there seem to be a lot of number threes in the chat. Take a moment. Take a moment. Okay. I'm seeing a theme here, everybody. Take a moment. This card is about not rushing into decisions. Okay. So, whatever's in front of you, whatever decisions that you need to be making in the next few days or this week, don't make them like that. Take a moment, contemplate them, let your intuition guide you, my number threes. Okay. This is a card that's an important card about decisions and choices. It's about following your intuition, but taking time to do so. Okay. So don't rush this week, my number threes. Don't rush the rest of this week. Any decisions, take a moment, listen to your intuition. My number fours have the stay connected card. Okay. This is a reminder to my number fours that spirit is around. Okay. Also can be a reminder that, if you seem to maybe have strayed from your own spirituality in a way, that it's kind of a reminder to kind of reconnect to what you believe, right? It's also a reminder to be connected to spirit too. You could take this a number of ways: be connected to spirit, be connected to your spirituality, or be connected to your guides, for example. Okay. Whatever this might be for you, stay connected. Okay. Take some time, stay connected to your spiritual roots, your spirituality, and those in spirit around you. Okay. Yes, Jessica, oftentimes I've seen this card come up as a way, sometimes when you're disconnected, you need to reconnect a little bit. This card comes up. Denise Thomas Moore, hey, just saw you. All right, everyone. So that is our event for this evening. I'm going to actually go make tortilla soup, sopa de tortilla. So I wish everyone a beautiful, wonderful rest of your evening. And I'll see you very, very soon for our next event. Okay. Let me know in the chat if you'd like a card event or if you'd like another mediumship event. All right, everyone. And I'll be checking my private messages after dinner. So I hope that the mom that came through, I hope to chat with you. All right. Love you all. Chat with you soon.